What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about my second round predictions. And if y'all don't know already, I'm actually the best predictor on YouTube. I don't mess with this shit. Don't look at my history, bro. Like, just trust me on this. But we're just going to delve straight into this. Starting off, I got OKC versus the Denver Nuggets. And for this series, bro, I got OKC in 6. Let me explain. All right? OKC has been a consistently good team. My whole life is consistent. Like, these guys actually live by that, though. They're a 68-win team. They're a historically good team. The Denver Nuggets have just found that newfound success that allows them to be able to compete. They just went life and death with the Los Angeles Clippers. And if they don't come out and steal at least one game from OKC's home court, brother, it's over. They're going to need to go up 2-0. There's a ton of pressure when it comes to the Denver Nuggets because they just came off a 7-game series, whereas OKC's coming off a sweep where they beat Ja Morant and the Boogie Bomb throwing in the crowd Memphis Grizzlies. All right? Jokic is going to have to put up monster nights, and I don't think anything less of him. I think Jokic is going to put up ridiculous stats, especially in the games that they win, because I have them winning in 6. 2 of those games, I really do think Jokic is going to put up like a 40-point triple-double. I could see it. If I had to predict it. I could see a stat line of like 40 points, 15 assists, 14 boards, bro, something ridiculous like that. That's the regular when it comes to Jokic. My only concern is when you have Chet Holmgren, when you have Isaiah Hartenstein, and that mitigates Jokic, or that causes him to have to throw the ball and get those double teams going, and then you have to throw it to the perimeter. Will the others show up? Will the Jamal Murray show up like how they did last series? Will the Russell Westbrook show up how they did last series? That's my biggest concern. And the thing about OKC is they just got fresher legs. They're hungrier. They want it more than any other team right now, as based off of what we've seen in the playoffs so far. And Shai and Jokic is going to be going band for band when it comes to these ridiculous performances. I'm super excited for the series. I can't wait. But just basing it off of what we know so far, what we've seen so far, I have OKC going real deep in this playoffs, and I got OKC winning the series in 6. Next up, bro, this series isn't a prediction, okay? This series prediction is a prayer. I pray that the Wolves smoke the Warriors, bro. I hate watching the Warriors the rest of the playoffs. These guys piss me off, man. If y'all don't know, I'm a Rockets fan, and I will be hate watching Steph Curry and the Warriors the rest of these playoffs. I don't care. But with all jokes aside, though, I really do have the Wolves winning the series in 5. And the reason for that is because this Golden State team is just so inconsistent. Because they're going to have those nights where they're going to shoot the lights out. You're going to have a Buddy Hield dropping like a crazy, ridiculous 36 points, whatever it was. You're going to have those nights where you're going to have Brandon Podziemski dropping the 30 bomb. The point is, though, you can't rely on those guys on a consistent basis. The series against the Rockets, we had phenomenal defense. The Rockets played phenomenal defense, and that was why we made it so difficult for Steph Curry. I expect Steph Curry to have a better series. My only gripe is that the only way you win these games is if Steph Curry is shooting the lights out. Now, I think there's someone on the other team who can match that intensity, match that firepower when it comes, especially from 3 this season. You have Anthony Edwards. So when it comes down to threes, you have to go band for band. Steph Curry and Anthony Edwards are going to have to go band for band to decide who's going to win these games. And I think when it comes to the Golden State Warriors, they just look fatigued sometimes out there. They just look tired. I mean, you saw it. Game 5. The Warriors, Steve Kerr had the Warriors sitting out with the rest of the games because the body language was just so off. These guys just didn't look like they were there to win. Game 6, same deal. They did not look like they wanted to win. They did not look like they wanted to compete. The Golden State Warriors they don't have the fresher legs in this series, and that's what makes me doubt them. I have the Wolves winning in 5, and a big reason for that is Anthony Edwards has been going on this legend killer Randy Orton. He's been on his Randy Orton shit. The way he's been going after these legends. You saw first, he got KD out. Next, he got LeBron out. Now he's going for Steph. He's going to be so motivated to play well in this series. I expect Anthony Edwards to put up a ridiculous stat line similar to how he did in that Phoenix Suns series last year. I think it's going to be super entertaining. I'm really excited for this series. The Wolves just find a way to win games, and that's just something that they've always done. Even when it comes down to those close games, they're going to beat you in a series. They might not play better than you most of the game, but when it matters most, the Minnesota Timberwolves show up, and I have them winning the series in 5 games. I do think Curry's going to shoot better in this series than before. I do think the Wolves can match the shooting of the Golden State Warriors. especially if they don't have an outlier like Buddy Hield going up and doing that every single night. If that remains to be an outlier, then yeah, they will match the Golden State Warriors' intensity when it comes to shooting. But you need the others if you're going to State. I could see the Warriors taking this series just based off of experience and Jimmy Buckets just showing up, turning to Michael Jordan himself. Bro starts showing himself as the son of Michael Jordan. You see the face swaps and the face comparisons starting all over again. The Warriors have a chance, but I'm going to go with the fresh legs here. I got Wolves in 5. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Eastern Conference. And over here, man, this was really hard for me to decide. Because both of these teams, both of these guys I just can't trust the favorites. I can't trust them. They've always let me down time in and time out whenever I think that, okay, man, it's their time. They're going to make this big old run. First things first, we're going to talk about the Cavs versus the Pacers. And, bro, I tried so hard to confidently pick a team, and I just couldn't. But I'm going to go with Cavs in 7. I think it's going to be a tough series. And I'm not just saying that because the Pacers took game 1. I'm recording this after the first game already took place. I'm saying that because the only way the Cavaliers win this series is because they can match the hustle of the Pacers. That's the reason why the Pacers win games. It doesn't make sense because on paper, you look at it talent for talent, they don't have a better team than a lot of the other teams that they're facing up against. However, they have that hustle, that intensity. They just outwork you. And I don't know if Cleveland has those dogs like that because we've never seen that side of them. I mean, bro, if you're being real here, right? We got these high expectations for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but these guys never make it past the second round. These guys have never been in the third round of the playoffs. They have time in and time out disappointed. They look like a different team, though. But I don't know, bro. If there's an upset that's going to happen, it is going to be in this series or the next. Man, I don't know. I don't know how much I trust the Cavaliers, but I do think they're a legit team. That's why I'm picking them to win in 7, but I think it's going to be hard. I think it's going to be tough, and I think it's a toss-up. But if I had to go with one, if I had to put money on it, put bank on it, I'm going Cavs in 7. And this is a must-win for the Cavs, bro, because if they don't, bro, I will never take this fucking team serious again, bro. I will never take this team serious again if these guys disappoint me again. We always gas up the Cavs, bro. These guys never make it. These guys are the embodiment of Joel Embiid. They ain't never been in the third round. These guys have never touched that territory. The lights were too bright. Y'all see Jared Allen say it himself. These guys have to show when it matters most. I don't want to see that Jared Allen quote again. I'm tired of seeing it on my timeline every time the Cavs lose. Another big concern is Evan Mobley's health. And if he's going to be 100% this series, DeAndre Hunter's health, if he's going to be 100% this series, I could see it stretching out. And especially if those guys aren't playing at their best, Cavs just have better talent, and that's why I'm picking them. But if you have to go based off of heart and hustle, what we've seen so far from these teams, Pacers do have more hustle. Let's just see how far that can take them against a team significantly more talented than them. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Boston Celtics and New York Knicks. Bro, if there's a team that is the embodiment, like you know how the Cavs are the embodiment of Joel Embiid, they ain't never been in the third round. But if there's a team that's the embodiment of Jalen Green, it's the Boston Celtics. These guys slack so hard and they look so unserious, like they don't take this shit serious. One day you'll see them looking like the best team of all time, and the next thing you know, they look like they just all forgot to play basketball all together. Bro, Boston is such a hard team to trust. It's such a hard team because one, first of all, they don't look like the dominant squad that they did last year. They look significantly more just lazy. And you see regressions from a guy like Jrue Holiday, and that's concerning. Porzingis is injured. And I know they can still win without Porzingis, but when you're facing a team as talented as the Knicks, who literally have built their entire team, they went in these offseasons specifically with Boston in mind. These guys are literally hunting them down. I could see an upset happening, but I am going to go with Boston in 6. And it's a hard one, man. It's a hard one. I could see myself being wrong here. I'm not very confident in it at all. I just don't see it going to 7 games. I think it's going to be a 6-game series regardless of the winner. Look, Jayson Tatum has to turn into a superstar. It's time. I know last season he didn't have the best playoffs, but bro, if there's any time to put on that cape and play hero ball, it is now. It is now because your team needs it the most. Because Everyone else seems to have gotten a little bit worse, except Tatum. Tatum has significantly improved this season. He played phenomenally, bought on the regular season. Everyone else looked like they took a step back. And it's time to wake up because Boston, there's a high chance that they don't go back-to-back. It's entirely possible because everyone else in the league has gotten better at the same time as Boston found success last year. The Cavs have gotten better. The Knicks have gotten better. Not to mention out west, it's a freaking bloodbath. If there's any time for Boston to kick it up into another level, it's now. I just don't know if I trust them to be able to do that with full confidence. I'm really iffy about these last two picks because I could see both of these being an upset. And it would be so weird to have the Knicks or the Pacers in the finals. I'm rooting for the Knicks, man. That'd be cool as shit. Bro, New York would be in a state of emergency if the Knicks end up in the finals, bro. But regardless, I'm super excited, dude. It's just banger after banger after banger. I don't know if we could have gotten a more entertaining first-round series than this because, honestly, bro, any of these series could go any other way. This is my predictions, though. I got OKC in 6, Wolves in 5, Cavs in 7, Boston in 6. I could see it going any way. But if y'all still here, I appreciate y'all. Leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take care.